Bought something you instantly regretted, or stuck with a losing investment just because you'd already spent so much? You're not alone. Our brains are wired to take mental shortcuts, what psychologists call cognitive biases. These hidden bugs in our thinking help us save energy, but they often lead us astray. Today, we'll decode 7 of the most powerful cognitive biases that sabotage our decisions, drawing on insights from behavioral science legends like Daniel Kahneman and Richard Thaler. By the end, you'll have practical tools to spot and outsmart your own mental blind spots. Start with a core concept from Daniel Kahneman's groundbreaking book, Thinking, Fast and Slow. Our minds operate with 2 systems. System 1 is fast, intuitive and automatic, great for quick decisions, but prone to bias. System 2 is slow, rational and effortful, ideal for complex problems, but it takes energy. Most of our daily choices are made by System 1, which means we're constantly at risk of predictable errors. Recognizing which system is in control is the first step to better thinking. Stop confirmation bias. Imagine you're researching a new car. If you already believe one brand is best, you'll unconsciously seek out reviews that support your opinion and ignore negative ones. This bias is everywhere, from politics to investing. Kahneman and Tversky showed that we're wired to reinforce what we already believe. The defense: make it a habit to actively search for information that challenges your views. Ask yourself, what evidence would prove me wrong? Next, the sunk cost fallacy. Ever kept watching a boring movie just because you'd already paid for the ticket, or held onto a failing stock because you've invested so much? This bias traps us by making past investments feel relevant to current decisions. The classic experiments by Kahneman and Tversky revealed how hard it is to walk away. The fix: ask yourself, knowing what I know now, would I start this today? If not, it's time to let go. Anchoring bias is everywhere, especially in negotiations. Picture a car salesperson who starts with a high price. That first number, no matter how arbitrary, anchors your expectations and shapes your final decision. Behavioral economists like Richard Thaler have shown how powerful this effect is. To defend against it, always do your homework. Calculate a fair value range before you hear any offers, so you're not swayed by the initial anchor. Availability heuristic tricks us into thinking that if something comes to mind easily, it must be common. For example, after hearing about a plane crash on the news, you might overestimate the risk of flying, even though statistics show it's safer than driving. Kahneman's research highlights how vivid stories distort our sense of probability. The defense: rely on hard data and base rates, not just what's most memorable or dramatic. Dunning-Kruger effect is a fascinating bias where people with low ability overestimate their competence, while experts often doubt themselves. Think of a new chess player who's convinced they're a prodigy after a few wins versus a grandmaster who's painfully aware of their limits. The solution: regularly seek feedback from trusted experts. Honest, informed critique is the best way to calibrate your self-perception. Loss aversion means that losing something hurts about twice as much as gaining the same thing feels good. This is why investors panic during market drops, or why we hold on to old gadgets we never use. Kahneman and Tversky studies found that people will go to great lengths to avoid losses, even when it's irrational.